Okay. Greetings and welcome, people. Back out on the road in this glorious weather, which has returned after a short break. We had three and a bit weeks, maybe 4 weeks of really warm weather, and of course, as always happens when you get a spell of really warm weather, you end up eventually with the weather breaking, thunderstorms, rain, and we had that too, a couple of days of that. Not continual thunderstorms, but steady rain. Certainly in this area anyway. I know some areas had bad weather problems, which is always a shame, but nothing much I can do about that. But anyway, didn't come here for the weather forecast or weather report. You're probably wondering why you did come here. And we are here because I am testing a new helmet camera. I don't know whether you got to see the short 30-second trailer vlog I did for Spicey 110, which he very kindly ran at the end of one of his vlog videos to publicise my tiny channel. While I was happy with the overall content of that trailer, the video quality, the image quality, in my view, was absolutely appalling. Now, the old camera, while when it worked properly was not bad, you know, it was pretty good, acceptable, decent enough quality. It did develop a problem with the clear lens cover. Now, it wasn't a part of the lens system itself. This was part of the camera casing, which screws onto the front end of the camera and basically provides a clear protective window, as it were, for the lens system itself. And that clear part went cloudy some months ago and caused a problem with the image quality where it looked like it was all foggy and misty and horrible. Excuse me. So basically at that time I managed to retrieve it by polishing the clear plastic, and it was okay. And then, as I say, more recently I noticed that the image was getting worse again, and so I had another go at polishing it, and this time it didn't turn out so well. The clear part is no longer clear, and has effectively at this moment rendered the camera unusable. So I thought, well, I wanted to update my camera anyway, within the guidelines of what I have always said, which was, while I could get a camera, in fact I have got a camera, that one on the mirror there can do 4K. My broadband speed is not enough to make uploading 4K videos in any way sensible. It would take days. It takes about 4 or 5 hours to upload just a normal 20-minute 1080p 30 video, so a 4K one would be ridiculous. So I'm staying with 1080p, and as I say, overall, when the previous camera was working properly, I sort of learned to live with it and was getting on with it fairly well. So I decided to stay with Mio, whatever you want to call it, M-I-O. They're the guys that make dash cams and sat navs and things. The old one was a Mivue M350. I now have a Mivue M560, And one of the things that drew me to get that camera is that it has a Sony Exmor sensor. And I've always read that Sony Exmor sensors are amongst the better ones you can get. Probably not the very best, but certainly up there with the good ones. And as I managed to get the camera for a decent price, I thought, yeah, why not? And also it's the bullet style camera. Looks like a little mini LED torch or flashlight, which is the style of camera I prefer if I'm going to mount on the side of my crash helmet. I don't want one like that sticking out from the side of my crash helmet. So that is what I bought, and at long last I've managed to get out on the bike and I'll give it a test actually motovlogging. So I would be very interested to hear your thoughts on how the image quality looks. I'm sure the content is its usual boring self, but hey, this is me we're talking about. Boring is my middle name. Actually no, it's not, but it could be. So I'd like to know if you think the image quality is good. I have equipped it with a 32 gigabyte SanDisk Extreme micro SD card. 32 gigabyte is the biggest card it will take, and doesn't seem to be objecting to the high speed of the Extreme card. It's a class 10 U3 card, so I think is at the moment one of the fastest you can get. And the camera setting is set to record at the highest data rate available possible on the settings. So we'll see how it goes. So hopefully, fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. Ooh, fingers crossed. Difficult to do in these gloves, they're quite tight. What you're seeing now is decent quality video footage. So all I'm doing now is I've just filled up with fuel, and I'm not planning on going on a long run. I just don't like leaving the bike with low fuel levels in the tank. I'm just doing a quick loop around my local area, and obviously I want to get home as quickly as possible to see what this footage looks like and get it edited into something uploadable and let you guys take a look. As I got this new camera on Amazon on Prime delivery, it is still within its return period, so if it's not working as well as I would hope, then I have a plan in mind, which is I could send this camera back, and I think I can actually come up with a way of repairing my older camera, which is, well, I'll probably video it while I'm doing it, and I hope that will turn out better than the video I shot of me overhauling and refurbishing my front brake calipers on this, which I still haven't got into any sort of sensible viewable format. I may never actually achieve that, but it's a challenge. We all like a challenge. We all like nice countryside and blue skies with fluffy clouds. Well, I just rambled a bit there, or rambled a bit more, should I say. So that's all for this vlog. I hope the footage turns out acceptable. Well, I hope it turns out good. I hope it turns out flipping good. But it will be what it will be. I have a few settings on the camera that I can adjust to try and improve its quality if it's not quite what I need. but yeah, I'm hoping it's a big improvement. So please leave a comment if you can, or if you think the video quality's better or good. Just hit the like. I don't normally ask people to like or subscribe or comment or anything like that, but in this case it's actually serving a purpose. I want to get a feeling of how the new camera is performing. So just if you don't really want to say anything, just hit the like, that'll be good. So that's all for now. Thanks very much for watching this little test, and hopefully get back to proper vlogging very soon. Bye for now.